Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet. And this is Madden 18 Career Mode with Pete Shilo. This is episode 20 as we are getting ready here for the off season. And of course, we'll see also, well, before we get to the off season, actually, we'll see who made it to the conference championships games. Both in the NFC and AFC, and then also who made it to the Super Bowl. So, and we'll see how this goes here today in the episode. Also today, we'll check out some off-season here. Take a look at the final season numbers there for Pete Shilo. 542 carries with 3,317 yards, 36 touchdowns, an NFL record right there. 4 fumbles there for him, and exactly 100 broken tackles for the season. So great year, rookie year for him. Of course, you know, the numbers, I guess you can say they're a little skewed because of the sliders and also just the game mode itself. Honestly, it's broken. Let's just put it that way. You know, it's not too realistic. I try to make the sliders as realistic as I possibly could. Some games it turned out pretty well. Other games, not such the case. As we're just able to go up and down the field when we wanted to in the running game there. There you see his receiving numbers: 21 receptions, 114 yards, with only 2 touchdowns there from him this season as a receiver. So one of the things I kind of want to work on for the second season of this series is to get Pete to be a more kind of all-around back. Also, you know, not just in the running game, but also in the passing game. I want to get him involved in that and get him to be able to make catches. You know, not necessarily go down the field and make catches, but make good quality catches in the screen pass and stuff like that. So that help us out there, to help the quarterback out, help the offensive line and such there. So there's more options for Russell Wilson. But to be quite honest, you know, the game is broken. I hope that's something they'll be able to fix here and hopefully make career mode in Madden 19, which is just going to be coming out here. Well, by the time you guys see this video, it'll be a week until it comes out on August 10th. So hopefully that hopefully they fix the career mode. They haven't really said too much about it. You know, for the individual career, I know they've worked a lot with the franchise. As you take a look here at the awards here, Shilo, of course, your MVP of the National Football League and also in the NFC. But yeah, I just hope this is something they can work on here. One thing, and I don't like, I think the videos people to do on like wish lists for the next year's game is, of course, I've already seen people already make wish lists for Madden 2020. But one of the things I just wish they would go into here, and I think all sports games need to do this, especially the major sports like football, basketball. Of course, we already seen it in baseball already, but in hockey, and that's year-to-year saves. I think that's something that's very important. I think a lot of people are going to be wanting here. I know I'm a big fan of, of course, MLB The Show here, and I think that's something that we need to try to go for here as a community here on Madden, is to say, hey, EA, hey, let's start doing year-to-year saves in all your sports games. You can transfer that player from one year to another. And I mean, even in your other games like NASCAR and golf and all that kind of, just bring, be able to create a character for one game and bring it from year to year to the next, so you don't have to keep recopying, redoing your character or whatever. And I know that's not for everybody, because a lot of people like to create new people every year. But for people like me and several others that do YouTube, And I mean, not even just if you're if you're not even a YouTuber, I think there's a lot of people out there that that just want to keep their guide that they've created. They've worked on for a whole year playing the game, the whole physical year that they've played it. You want to be able to continue that character or that coach or whatever into the next year's game, and the only way to do that is to recreate them again, and you want to keep those stats and those all that kind of stuff. I mean I do. I try to keep a track of that stuff myself. I write a lot of stuff out of what the character's done, or numbers wise and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's something that we need to strive for. I know, like I said, MLB The Show does it. They've been doing it since 14, and now here we are in 18. And I mean, I love watching the older videos I made of those characters and just seeing how they've developed and changed and been improving themselves, or in some areas becoming regressing in some areas there. So I'm hoping that we'll see more of that in other sports games like Madden, because I think for me, if before I was doing YouTube, I was playing almost 10 years, almost every year, every time Madden came out, and I had some really good teams. I had some really good players that I on both on the career mode and just in the franchise mode that I just really loved playing. And some of those you guys are seeing that I'm recreating, and some of them you're not seeing because I've lost the information on them and whatnot. But for the most part, it's I think that's something we need to look at and try to see here. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully that's something, I wish I knew who we could talk to, who, I don't know, I maybe look on Twitter or something to see if I can find someone who's in charge of that type of stuff, game designing or stuff like that on Madden, because that's something I think we need to work. I mean, we really need to strive for, have those year-to-year saves so you can have that favorite team you like. And I know a lot of people like, I want new rosters. I want, to play the latest guys, which is fine. You can still be able, create your player. But at the same time too, I'm a big fan of creating, see what the computer creates and the type of superstars it makes. I don't know if you guys been going to other, I'm sure you follow other people on YouTube here, but one of my favorite series right now on YouTube is one of Mr. Hurricane's series, the Cleveland Browns rebuild. It's been a fun series to watch, and I've been kind of thinking myself of how to do a series like that. Not necessarily for Madden, but I was thinking about doing something for maybe baseball, in that same aspect of playing a couple games every month, and kind of have that same look and aspect of doing that for the baseball. And I think that'd be really cool. Right now I'm trying to sit down and try to figure that out. That's why a lot of times you don't see too many videos up on the channel, because I'm trying to map that out, how I'm going to do it, kind of doing some simulations with some teams, just to kind of figure out how footage wise what I want to keep, and what I want to show and what I want to talk about stuff. So but yeah, that's what we're looking at. Maybe a possible future series later on down the line, maybe next year's game or something. But there you see the New England Patriots win this one 51-24 there against Atlanta. So Atlanta unable to get over on Tom Brady and company there, as they again lose this one. There you see Matt Ryan, 4 interceptions in that game. Tough day there for him, only throwing 235 yards. 2 touchdowns and a sack there from him, and only completing 26 of 44 passes. So 59% of his passes are completed in the game, and just a tough game. As you see, the defense of the Falcons just getting torched, giving up that many points in the game. So, but that's your Super Bowl champions there, the New England Patriots, and of course we would like to see if we can get ourselves there. Kind of torn on this because I was wanting to see the Falcons lose if they got this far, and I was really hoping that another team besides the Patriots were going to be there. But of course Patriots got there, and it's like, well, well, do I really want to root for the Falcons to win this one or not? And yeah, so. But we got next year. We'll see how season 2 goes here. I know I'm kind of rambling and whatnot, but that was one of the things I wanted to kind of talk about, because I don't get a real chance to talk about that too often. And I think I need to start making more videos about this, just kind of just random thoughts I have at times about some sports games like that. But kind of want to bring that up because, you know, we're getting close to Madden 19, and you know, just for next year, I don't know exactly who we're gonna what position we're gonna play. I think quarterback. I'm thinking we may bring a guy from our Highland Scotty Series, Flanagan, as our quarterback for next year's game as our career mode. But then again, we may try something else. So yeah, I'm kind of just thinking right now, kind of brainstorming some ideas for different things, and we'll see how that goes here. So and that, of course, that series won't probably start until probably close to the end of this month that we're in right now, which is August. So but take a look here at some of the news there, and you see some of the stories there. I try to I must have not have put some of the draft stories there, but try to put some of the draft stories, some of the guys that we're looking at. Of course, you know, when you play the career mode of an individual in Madden, you only get to just see what the player would see or do. So yeah, as for like drafting and all that kind of stuff, we really don't get to do any kind of that kind of type of stuff. We're just basically just going through the motions here, getting ready for the second season. And what I'm going to do for that is episode 21, which is to be our next episode. I'm just going to go ahead and go straight to week 1 of the season. I'll kind of briefly talk and show about what we did in the, you know, what we did in preseason, and show some of his preseason numbers. But for the most part, I'm just going to go ahead and just play that myself. And then I don't know, maybe I'll put it together as a video or something. I don't know. We could do that. If you guys want it as a video, let me know down below in the comment section if you want it as a video or not. But chances are we probably, I don't know, probably not. Just you know, for time's sake, we'll just move on to the just show you a quick video on that the next episode, what we did there in the preseason, and then we'll go right into week 1 there. In his new season. So there you see we started the draft there, and we'll see some of the drafted players that we made. And of course, like I said, we didn't make any choices of who we got to draft. For the most part here, the team, I'm hoping that they went to areas that we need help in, which is really defensively. There you see you got a guard, tackle, let's see, we got a right outside linebacker, a left outside linebacker, and then 2 offensive players there, a wide receiver and a tight end there. So, you know, decent. You know, so areas I think in our game this offseason, we really got to work on defense there. Linebackers, I'm glad that we got linebackers. That's one thing I was kind of complaining about a lot, is our linebackers were just not reading and reacting to what was going on the field. And another thing too, our corners are just getting burnt too easily, because, you know, defensively as a whole, a lot of teams were just able to march down the field and not really. I mean, we were just pushovers on the defense side of the ball. So hopefully that'll be something different. Hopefully we'll get better field position. The defense will be more aggressive and then make better plays, and maybe get some turnovers and get us some good field position here. Also too, I'm hoping that Russell is going to be better. He'll be able to have weapons that he can use, that he can throw the ball when I want him to throw the ball, and not just run and just take off whenever he wants to. I know that's his natural thing to do from college ball and stuff like that, and, you know, he's won, you know, a Super Bowl already. But yeah, you know, he just the AI in this was just horrible. So, you know, we'll see how this goes second year with Pete Shilo here in career mode. But that'll be it for this episode, guys. As like I said, this was just a kind of a, I don't know, throwaway episode, I guess you could say. Just showing you guys some of the numbers there, what's going on during the off season, and then getting ready for this upcoming preseason and the season ahead. So season 2, we'll get started here. Here coming up in episode 21. as we'll start the second year for P. Shilo. See if he will have a successful sophomore year, or will he have that dreaded sophomore slump that everybody talks about. We'll see if that'll be the case coming up in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pete Shilo here on ESGNet. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links are down below in the description. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed today's episode. Also, don't forget to hit that sub button to subscribe to ESGNet if you have not yet subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.